And then you have the story of the, oh yeah, so let's get into this right here. The story of the 7 aid workers who were killed by Israel. They did everything right. They followed the rules. They told Israel where they were going to be. They were within an Israeli zone where there were soldiers. They were in the midst of Israeli soldiers. And they were headed back to their charity warehouse. And Israel killed them. One of them was Polish. Polish ambassador. Let's look at, not a Polish ambassador, sorry. Israeli ambassador to Poland accuses Poland of being anti-Semitic, I kid you not, after Israel kills one of Poland's citizens. Here, let's get into this. This is the genius of Israel here, guys. Look at the high IQ that they keep telling us about. The high Ashkenazim IQ that all the racists keep telling us about. Look what he says. Polish-Israeli tension deepens over Israeli ambassador's outrageous comment. Yakov Livne claims anti-Semitism is behind what he called accusations that Israel committed intentional murder in the attack on aid workers in Gaza. A new diplomatic crisis between Poland and Israel has erupted following the death of a Polish aid worker in Gaza, with the Polish president denouncing a comment by the Israeli ambassador as outrageous, and the foreign ministry in Warsaw saying it was summoning him for a meeting. So, 35-year-old Polish guy named Damian Sobol was killed by Israel while he was trying to help people in Gaza. And it says here, amid shock in Poland over the death of the aid worker, Israel's ambassador to Poland, Yakov Livne, pushed back at what he said were attempts by the extreme right and left in Poland to accuse Israel of intentional murder in the attack. He said on social media on Tuesday that anti-Semites will always remain anti-Semites and Israel will remain a democratic Jewish state that fights for its rights to exist. So all this is going to do is piss people off. All these people do is just get people to wanna hate Israel even more. This attitude that they have. Instead of saying we're deeply sorry, they have to insult the people who are mad at the fact that somebody was killed. Somebody from their country was killed. Unfortunately, many have been using the anti-Semitism card at a whim, dangerous for Israelis themselves as it dilutes its real meaning. That's correct. And what this is going to do is it's going to create... turning off my fan here. It's going to create more hatred to Israel, and it's going to lead to more anti-Semitism. That's what's going to happen. You're going to start seeing anti-Semitism becoming more and more common, especially when you see people like Candace Owens coming along saying things about the Jews, and people saying, oh, yes, I agree with her. And I'm not saying what Candace Owens is saying is particularly evil. It's not really evil. What she's saying is not evil. But what I am saying is that we are in the middle of a transition point. It's a transition point away from the norm. And everyone here knows what the norm has been. The norm has been pro-Israel, wave the Israeli flag, Schindler's List, etc., etc. Palestinians are terrorists. Israel's the good guys, blah, blah, blah. This narrative is dissipating as we speak. It's dissipating. It really is dissipating. It's going down the road. It is. It's going down the tube. And what we are currently experiencing is a transition point from the pro-Israel atmosphere that we have become accustomed to a world where that really isn't seen as being important. And in such a world, people aren't going to have to be pro-Israel to get votes. People are not going to have to be pro-Israel to be considered accepted. Criticism of Israel is going to be more and more acceptable. And also, in such a world, what will eventually happen is anti-Jewish conspiracy theories are going to become more and more acceptable in society. And when that happens, God help us, because that eventually would be just the gateway into the revival of Nazism. I hate to say it, but that's the reality. Rabbi Shmuley is a psychopath, and he's a sicko. There's no doubt in my mind about that. There's a video. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. I don't really want to show this video on Twitter, but there's a video of Rabbi Shmuley sitting on a child's lap. It's on Twitter.